What's poppin', Metagang? It's Mark here with MetaGifts LLC to share ideas and raise a collective vibe. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is a topic that I have a lot of experience with, so therefore it should be very easy for me to explain this, but because of the nature of what this is, this may take me a second, so bear with me, hear me out, ride this out to the end, because we're going to come to an understanding of what is actually really happening. I know you guys are going through this too. Have you ever just got a feeling to look at the clock and it's 11:11, or you check your phone and it's 2:22, or your friend texts you at 3:33 and your phone battery is 33%, or you check out at Walmart and your change is 222, or your total was 33.33. These are all occurrences that happen in most people's lives, and I would go as far as to say, if you are watching this video right now and you are subscribed to my channel and you found this either through my Facebook or through MetaGifts, that means you have an awareness of your spiritual path and you are experiencing a lot of coincidences like this. The psychologist Carl Jung coined the term synchronicity to describe a meaningful coincidence. And personally, I don't believe coincidences are a thing. I only believe in cause and effect. A lot of times when you don't know the cause, the effect is just what it is, but that doesn't mean it wasn't caused by a cause. So I truly believe in cause and effect, and the thing is, there are going to be coincidences in your life, like looking at the clock or aligning numbers and repeating digits, that are going to be effect, but you may not know the cause. So I'm going to kind of try to tell you guys the cause so we can understand why this is happening and you can get a more interactive experience with these numbers in your life. So first of all, when we're talking about numbers, I want you guys to remember everything is just energy. You pretty much knew this in like elementary science class when they told you everything was energy. So same way, I'm energy and you are energy, and the universe outside of us is energy. All of the numbers in our universe are energy, and they vibrate at a different frequency. Locations aside, let's say there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5. Each one has a complete separate vibration and a different influence and a different rate that it resonates at. Men lie, women lie, but numbers do not lie. So pay attention to the numbers, and I would suggest studying numerology so you can get your own relationship and connection with the vibrations of numbers. I might make a video in the future going over basically the different vibrations of the numbers, because this is something that I have my own experience with and understanding of, but I would encourage you to go study and make your own and kind of build a relationship with each number so you can kind of understand the influence and pay attention to numbers you're seeing and see why you are seeing them. This goes deep. When you learn about numerology and the influence of numbers, you can look at your birthday and look at influences of the numbers of the day that your spirit decided to incarnate in your physical body, and you can start to learn the influences your spirit took into putting you into this physical body. Very, very deep stuff. Stick with me, guys. If this seems pseudo, just hold on for a minute, because once we come full circle around this will make sense, and you will have a way to be able to apply this to your life too. So yeah, just stick with me, because I know this sounds woo-woo. Science class will teach you that everything is energy, but the public school system will not teach you that you are a spirit in a body and the body is not the spirit. So let me say that again. You are a spirit in a body and the body is not the spirit. So don't get lost in the flesh, because this is really not who you are. You are a multi-dimensional being. What does it mean to just be? Take just a second to pause the video and close your eyes and to relax your muscles for like 10 seconds. And then think about where you are and who you are. You are the energy inside of the body. You are not the body. Your body's gonna die at one point and you're still gonna keep going. You've been traveling for a minute. This is probably not your first body, and it's definitely not going to be your last. And I know with me just saying that, that is going to be hitting a lot of people's programs and beliefs that they may be carrying. And I know this because I've carried beliefs myself that were conflicting with the belief I just told you. Hear me out, and this will make more sense in a sec. When you know that you are a spirit that is traveling, that is in a body right now, you understand that there are dimensions and levels of consciousness, and we are in the third dimension right now. So as a multi-dimensional being, we have the ability to ascend or descend levels of consciousness. When you get on your spiritual path and you start improving yourself and you start loving yourself and you start loving other people and embodying your purpose and start refusing different animalistic natures of humanity, and you start improving yourself and becoming a better person and influencing others and inspiring and helping people grow and gaining your own influence, this is how you expand and contract as a spirit and grow and ascend in consciousness. You could do the exact opposite and be a bad spirit, cast stones on people and be hateful and not live your purpose, and surprise, surprise, the universe is going to throw a lot of trial and tribulation your way, and you are not going to grow in a healthy way. You may grow, but eventually you're going to be manifesting the same lessons and same circumstances and same restrictions and same limits, and you're not going to get anywhere better. And this may even play out to the point where you might reincarnate as like a dog the next life or something, or you might reincarnate as a pig if you get lost into certain desires of whatever animals that you are embodying characteristics of. So this hopefully gives you a little bit better perspective as far as where you are as a spirit in the grand scheme of things in the human body right now. So what I need you to understand is that the physical world is mimicking the spirit world. And the same way that you have friends and family and people around you in the physical world, you are also not alone in the spirit world. You will actually never be alone in the spirit world, because when you go up in vibration and levels of consciousness and dimension, when you go up in dimension, you actually reach a space where space doesn't exist. And time, I would say time doesn't exist, but when you go up in dimension, you realize that time is not the same way it is in 3D. It appears to be linear here with a beginning, middle, and an end, and it's going in a line, but realistically it's circular. So in a higher level of being, and this even goes to the point of the God concept. So whatever level of consciousness, whatever dimension that we all originated from at the highest point, God, the 0 point, whatever you want to call it. So at whatever the highest point is, the past, present, and future is actually occurring all simultaneously. That's what I want you guys to kind of understand, is like, there are a lot of limits in the third dimension, but as a multi-dimensional being, you can rise above because you have access to all the dimensions. So that's kind of the short point that I want you to understand. And I need you to understand that there are also other beings that exist in the spirit world that do not have physical bodies in the third dimension. You are most likely at least familiar with the term spirit guides or angels. What I really want you guys to understand is that whenever we talk about angels, most religions talk about angels, but there's nothing inherently religious about angels. Whatever point we came from, God, the highest level, these are spirits or influences of that. So I want you guys to know that regardless of whatever belief system you carry, unless the belief is that this isn't real, you're just not going to experience it regardless, so why waste your time? But regardless of what belief system you carry, angels exist, and at every point in time, every human being has at least one angel in their space, or multiple angels in their space, or spirit guides, which could either be powerful people, ascended masters who have already lived. They could be ancestors. They could be people this person knows, or this just could be spirits that share similar influences and characteristics that are traveling near this person in the astral realm, not the physical. So all of these type of spirits can be within the person's range of contact. Really important why I told you guys that at higher dimensions, past, present, and future can occur simultaneously. That's real shit. Like, as a 3D person, this probably makes no goddamn sense, but please hear me out. That's funny as fuck. But because higher dimensional beings can be in the past, present, or future at any point in time, that means your angels can interact with you whenever and wherever they want to, because space and time do not exist in their dimension. Because of our perspective in the dimensions, a lot of times you got to understand and accept the fact that you can't see what's above you. It's like if you were an ant on a desk and there was like a notebook sitting in front of you, and then somebody just picked it up and moved it and stacked it up or something like that, you totally wouldn't be able to see it anymore. It would be in a different dimension from you because you're a 2D thing and it just got moved into the 3. So imagine going from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 or 5 to 6. A lot of times you literally cannot because you're in number 3 right now. So we're about to come full circle. One thing I want you also to know about angels, and I would say ascended masters and spirit guides, because these angels and spirit guides exist in a higher dimension, they vibrate at a higher frequency. Angels vibrate in the frequency of unconditional love or higher. And the thing is, when you vibrate at this level, you actually cannot intervene in somebody's life without their permission because of respect and because of free will. So because this being is higher than you and has more influence and can do more things and can literally manifest things more easily than you and has connection to other aspects of the spirit world and just life in general that you can't even access, it's not going to just do things for you because you have free will. And it could literally easily give you everything you wanted in your life, but if your angels don't guide you to learn how to experience and get the things you want for yourself and how to learn and grow to be the person you need to be, they're going to make sure you can grow and experience the things that you need to. This is where things come full circle. A lot of people ask for signs. Like, so many people ask for signs. They were probably given a religion from birth from their parents, and they've probably only known this their whole life, or maybe they study something else, but it's like their own relationship with the divine is kind of shaky because they've been so lost into 3D that they're like, what even is it? Is there a God? Is there a higher power? Is there life outside of Earth? What even is going on? And the repeating numbers are always there. It's always 11:11 when you look at the clock, or you're always checking your phone at 3:33, or 7:47, or 222, or 888, or whatever the case might be. It's always there and you can't escape it. What I want you guys to understand is that because angels do not want to mess with your free will, a lot of times they will direct you to pay attention to numbers so you can understand your own state of being and see what influences you are using. Because each number is a different vibration, you have to be in a certain state of being to even be aware of it. This especially goes into play whenever the numbers are repeating, because the more a number repeats, the more pronounced the sign is. And because angels don't mess with your free will, if you guys are already experiencing synchronicity and repeating numbers, I would encourage you to ask your spirit guides or your angels to send you more signs, to send you clarity if the signs are not making sense. And I would encourage you again to study numerology. There are only 9 numbers, so it won't take you that long to really understand all of the numbers, because every number after 9 is just a combination of other numbers. So learn them real quick. You kind of get the gist. I would also recommend the book Angel Numbers 101 by Doreen Virtue. I would not recommend you guys to follow up with what Doreen kind of has to say right now. She has kind of like renounced all of her work, is back on the Christian worship and saying that all the divination and angels and tarot and everything is like sin and idolatry and whatever. So yeah, it's really not. So just do you, only you know what's good for you. Just remember, you have a lot of spiritual help. You are never alone. At any given time, you have an angel around you. Most of the time, more than one angel. And if you're on your spiritual journey and you are actively working on helping humanity and becoming better, this means you attract even more angels and you attract spirit guides of a similar journey. So the more you do the good work, the more you're going to get good attention. and get good help from the spirit world. So just understand that, pay attention to the signs, ask for clarity. Pretty soon, your experience with synchronicity will change in the fact that rather than just witnessing signs happening to you, you will be acting and interacting, and it's going to be like a discussion with the universe. At any given moment, there is a sign for you and a lesson for you to learn, and you're just going to be expanding and growing all the time. And that's really the name of the game. You know, we're just trying to grow. That's the whole point of life, is just to live, and part of living is to grow and expand and contract, take in, and then push out, you know? That's the vibe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, share the video if you found this information valuable. If you didn't, it's cool. Yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what numbers you see all the time. Study some numerology, because that stuff is important. It's what the whole universe is made out of, numbers, and the numbers don't lie. So check them out.